Hello, my name is Ricky Wong, and today I will teach you about quadratics, roots, and the quadratic formula. This is part 1 to the topic of factoring in Algebra 1. I will be uploading every week from now, so stay tuned. First, we have to cover what is a quadratic. A quadratic is simply just a squared version of the linear function y equals x, hence the 2 as the exponent. Next, we have to cover what is a root. A root is just another way of saying the x-intercept, except you can't say it for a linear function. It can only apply to quadratic functions, cubic functions, and above. Like, for example, the root of this function right here, y equals x squared, is simply just 0, 0. Now we will cover the different forms of the quadratic function. First, we have standard form, which is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Next, we have vertex form, which is y equals ax plus b squared plus c. Vertex form is usually used for transformations such as vertical shift and horizontal shift, as well as amplitude, which can be explained further with vertical stretch or shrink. And factored form, which we will go over next week, is y equals ax plus c and then ax plus d. Now that we've learned the different forms of the quadratic function, we can go over what is factoring and why is it significant. Factoring is simply just a process of finding the roots or x-intercepts of the quadratic function. And one of the ways which we will be covering today is the quadratic formula, which comes in the form of negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Where will you get these variables, you might ask? You basically plug in whatever comes in the equation, like the b in vertex form and standard form will go into b, and so will the corresponding variables as well in the rest of the quadratic formula. And to not confuse things further, we have to put x equals. Keep in mind, quadratic formulas will either only have one root, two roots, or zero roots. Like, for example, this quadratic function intersects the x-axis at 2 points, therefore it has 2 roots, and you can use a quadratic formula to find both of those roots. And we also have this quadratic function, which has 0 roots because it does not touch the x-axis. In my opinion, graphing the quadratic function is the easiest way to find the roots, because all you have to do is plug in everything into the calculator, if the test allows the calculator, that is. And that will cover my very first YouTube lesson, and I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for part 2 of factoring. Thank you.